Have you ever felt stuck or having a bad time trying to make content? It's like the ideas are there, but you never know exactly how to make them. I've been watching a lot of content and have been really opening my eyes to different types of things. Not only the style of content that I want to make, but the look and feel of how it's made. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about my process and look into the beginner's perspective on content creation, like the difficulties I've faced and still do face when making new things. The brainstorm. For me, it's always hard to try to come up with things on the fly. And like I said before, I always have ideas and I just want to make them. And sometimes I get a little overwhelmed with ideas. Like, oh, should I make another rant video? Should I make more gaming content? Should I just wait another week for something to fall into my lap? So I definitely understand the struggle when it comes to maybe not having an idea or how to make something if I don't really know how it's made. So I always try to find new ways to elevate the existing content I have, or I try something completely new. So it's always good to maybe even write it down, the ideas you have, or even go to some good websites and go and see a visual idea board or something. You know, there's always free options out there for anybody that wants to make something or have a little bit trouble trying to make something. Or like me, I tend to write stuff down in Notepad, kind of get a little bit more organized and try to keep everything a little bit more cohesive. Bullet points. Maybe just think about some things that you're really passionate about, whether that be video games, life advice, tutorials, or just something you really want to get off your chest. Sometimes it's not always about making something amazing your first few times or even something really transformative. I personally think that you just try something new or even something you like to do or talk about. It makes making a video 10 times easier. Because when I start a video, I'm always so apprehensive in the beginning. Then as more time goes on in the video, I become more and more enthralled in whatever it is that I was talking about. But it's always nice to have some sort of layout or bullet points so you can at least stay on track, or so you can just go back and see where you last left off if you start rambling and you want to get back on track. Sometimes it's nice to have, if you don't look at it all the time, hey, all power to you. Even if you have a hard time staying on track and always thinking when I turn off the camera, did I even make any sense in this video? Or did I just ramble for an hour? And hey, even if you did ramble, you can always cut things out in post or just reshoot a part that you may have forgotten to add in the video itself. So don't be afraid making mistakes in videos. It's really not that bad. And, nobody's going to make fun of you, especially that you're a small-time creator. People like the subtle touches of you just being human. We all make mistakes. Like, this is my first time doing a voiceover, and I've probably messed up or stumbled over my words because I'm trying something new and trying to stay on some bullet points of my own, trying to read a script for the first time, try to be a little bit more informative in some of the content that I'm trying to make. So, I'm trying something new and I have to kind of keep myself in check or keep myself on track. So yeah, I think you should just try to help yourself as much as you possibly can. And again, don't be afraid to be making mistakes. Inspiration. What I always like to do to get inspired is just watching other people that make the types of content that I really want to make. Like whether that be cinematography videos like Walkie Talkie, where they follow photographers around and you hear their life stories and why they take pictures. Or even tech channels like Linus Tech Tips or Bringus Studios and other awesome creatives in that space. They all inspire me so much just to do things that I like to do. And the people will find you either way. I think you just have to keep pushing to make better content, not only for the viewers that watch your content, but for yourself, to make small-time goals or just add new skills under your belt. I think it always helps you stay motivated, and who knows, it might just give you another awesome YouTube video to make just by learning something new. And another thing that helps me stay inspired is just seeing how far I've come from my first videos. I always like to watch my own content just to try and see where I can make new changes or where I can add this or that. I guess just having some sort of appreciation for the things you do or make, just to see the progress and how far you've come. And I think that's the best way to do it. So stay inspired in whatever way you find it, Sometimes when you watch big channels, we tend to see a pattern, like amazing camera quality, crisp audio, amazing studios or room setups. And I understand that it almost feels discouraging because you might be thinking, I don't have that camera, or I don't have that sort of money to travel there. How am I supposed to make that sorts of stuff that they make? Well, how I look at it is that you have to start somewhere and start with the things that you got and work up to those things. I don't have thousands of dollars or expensive equipment to make the stuff that I want to make. And are my videos quality or amazingly shot? And the answer is no, but I do have to start somewhere. And as time goes on, I have to save for that nice camera or save to go on that trip. Things take time, but you can always start somewhere. You can record on your phone in the meantime if you like vlogs or reviews, or you can use a PC if you have one. And I understand that not a lot of people own certain things, and I'm not here to act like I have all the answers to the problem. No, not at all. But I do believe that if there's a will, there's a way. And I think anyone can have the things that they want, but they need to make those things a reality for themselves and to not live outside one's means. And just work with what you got until you can upgrade little by little. And so by the time you get that nice camera or mic, you can be a pro even before you had one in your hands, you know? But it's best just to do what you can and just be transparent. And most people will understand because most people are in the same situations we're in. So just do your best. That's all I could really say. Just do your best. And I think that's all that people care about. You know, you don't have to be, Mr. Moneybags. Your very first video shouldn't be awesome or insanely good because, we're all starting out somewhere. We all have to make a small name for ourselves and it's going to take so much time. So, just look at it like that, just invest in certain things that are within your price range. Don't try and if you have that $10,000 and you want to spend it on a camera or a studio mic or whatever it is, then go for it. But just try to live within your means and, you can focus on quality, but just do what you can. That's all I can really say. But in the end, really just stay true to yourself and make the content that you want to make and have fun with it. I mentioned in one of my videos that no one is in charge of your channel and you're the boss of the things that you show to people, and to not get discouraged when someone leaves a negative comment or when you get your first few dislikes. It happens to everyone, even the biggest of YouTubers. So you're definitely not alone in that aspect. Just be yourself and stay true to your own formula. But it's always, and I mean always, good to take inspiration from other amazing people on this platform. As long as it's not outright stealing someone's content, I think it's good to learn from each other. And I think it's good to just be who you are. And I think you'd be surprised how many people resonate with you or enjoy your content. Like, I'm even surprised that 35 people love my channel enough to subscribe. And I'm so thankful even for the small numbers because it shows I'm doing something right. Even after all my stupid stuff I've made, because who knows, I could have really cheered somebody up or I could have inspired somebody to start making something for themselves, You never really know. I think just looking at it like that really keeps me pushing to make the channel as best as I can, but still making it mine. And how I want to see my channel grow is really inspiring for me. But yeah, if this video helps you at all, or maybe even gives you an idea on how to start, be sure to comment something down below. I'll get back to you. But in the end, hope you all enjoyed this short video. I hope you all become who you want to be, because I know there's a lot of people that deserve some sort of spotlight. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.